39, 40 years of age, and Giggsy had a lot of hamstring problems. Ronnie doesn't seem to have these problems because he keeps himself super duper fit. And
what about player manager?
Player manager, yeah.
Well, we saw that in the European final.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
In the European final.
You know, he was hobbling along there, and he was directing from the touchline there, wasn't he? So that was fantastic to see him. But listen, we know younger managers now, you know, your Frank Lampard, your Gerrards, they're all picking up these little jobs.
Liverpool, a short while ago, arrived at the stadium, the Olympic Stadium in Kiev. I was there a few years ago before it was revamped for the Euros, so it's very different now. It was actually, there's Mo Salah with these headphones on to block out all of the noise, and believe me, there's been a lot of media noise and a lot of media hype around this final. One thing you just know, there's going to be goals. Isn't that right, Mark? This has been a phenomenal campaign, this Champions League, for many teams.
For all teams. You know, the records have been broken. You look at Liverpool's last, game against Roma, 7-6. 13 goals over 2 games.
Oh, that's great,
phenomenal.
Isn't it, to see the Ox.
Oh, brilliant.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant. I mean, you feel for him, don't you? He was really getting himself together, wasn't he, at Liverpool, and especially in the Champions League. He was getting himself together. He was playing well. He was scoring goals. He was assisting,
and probably would have been in the World Cup squad.
Yes, definitely.
He must have come to get his winners' medal, mustn't he?
Well, I mean, it's just great that he's there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fabulous. Right, coming up after the break, the most contentious part of the night. Mark and Terry will be picking out their team of the season. Not sure I will agree.
Nivea Men Deep Impact Deodorant with the power of black carbon formula that keeps you fresh all day long. Because long-lasting freshness has a deep impact. New Nivea Men Deep Impact Deodorant. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
Man-Force flavored condoms. Get naughty.
कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल भर के आता हूँ।
अरे उनको बोलो भर दिया मैंने फोन पे।
केबल
हो गया।
तुमने 4 उंगली पानी डाला है ना दाल में?
पानी का बिल
भर दिया है।
अब कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
हेयर कट वो तो नहीं होगा ना फोन पे।
घर के सारे बिल्स भरिए डायरेक्ट अपने बैंक अकाउंट से फोन पे के साथ। अब पैसों की बात फोन पे।
Sony Live. We live to entertain.
just before there as well. Getting ready for kick-off in tonight's UEFA Champions League final. Right, time to give you the results of our earlier poll. It was a nice, simple question. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Remember, all of this on the Sony Live app. If you haven't got it, then I suggest you download it now. This was the result. 68% think Real Madrid. And 32% Liverpool. I'm a little bit surprised by that.
I am myself there, to tell you the truth.
I thought it would have been more...
I thought it would have evened itself out.
Even?
I think people have gone for it because of obviously Real Madrid. They've been there, seen it, done it all before. It's Liverpool's real big night, first real big night in a few years, to tell you the truth.
I would have said...
You're not surprised, you're devastated.
I'm devastated.
Listen,
I'm shocked.
We'll have to pick him up from the floor. We'll pick him up in a minute.
Absolutely devastated. Right, here we go. I'm not sure I'm going to agree with this, by the way.
Oh, but come on.
No.
Come on.
No. We're going to have Mark and Terry's team of the season. Okay? Now, I haven't seen this before. This is the first time I'm looking at this. So, we begin with Alisson. Why?
Matt? Your goalkeeper coach.
Well, I think he's blossomed in this season, both in his domestic, but also into the international scene as well. And you could have picked one of two or three. Oblak did well, although they got knocked out of the early stages. But I think he's probably the one that's going to go on and become dominant in Europe.
Right, that back four. Van Dijk's in there. Marcelo is in there. Why?
Well, I think, if you look at Van Dijk, what he's done at Liverpool, when he went into Liverpool, he just changed the back four. You know, he added a bit of presence, you know, a bit of knowledge in there. His talking, his communication, just what Liverpool needed at that present time. And I think, you know, he can also come out with the ball. He's a ball-playing centre-back, which obviously Klopp is paid a lot of money for. So, yeah, I've put him in there just for that, really.
OK, midfield. Now, obviously, you can see that this team from my two esteemed colleagues here, the twins, is dominated by Real Madrid and Liverpool for obvious reasons. But I see you've got Kante in there.
Yeah, I think he is going to become one of the best holding midfielders in Europe. If not, he's nearly there now. So he would be just in front of the back four, with Modric and Iniesta in there, playmakers. And obviously, we've gone for... We can't leave Messi out. For obvious reasons, but then you've got all the goals and you've got Salah and also you've got Ronaldo. So I think the front three take care of itself. But yeah, we got Carvajal.
Someone put back. Marcelo in there. Was that you who put Marcelo in there?
Oh,
as a left back.
Hang on a minute. As
a left back,
did you put Marcelo in there?
I think.
Or did you think that was me in there?
I think, for the record, we need to know who put Marcelo in there. Mark or Terry?
Terry.
It was me. But we did change it, Joe, and it never got changed.
Right, we've got another emoji question for you. Remember, the Sony Live app is where you can interact with us tonight. Benzema, as you've probably just heard, or if you've just joined us, he starts tonight. Gareth Bale does not start, despite his good performances recently. How do you feel about that? Good or bad? How do you feel about that? Sony Live.
Firmino. Salah. Brilliant! Brilliant, Mohamed Salah. What a finish that is. The man of the moment, PFA Player of the Year, and that is why that was out of the top drawer. Mohamed Salah has just netted his 42nd goal of the season. Lazio goes long, looking for Dzeko! An absolutely glorious goal from Edin Dzeko! It's 2-2! Straight past Courtois for a Roma equaliser. Super save from Buffon as Lucas Vazquez tried a measured shot. Carvajal, Ronaldo! Another magical moment from a player who can conjure them up out of nowhere. And even Juventus supporters are applauding that genius.
That's UEFA's pick. What are your picks?
Mine would be exactly the same.
Would it?
Yes.
Ronaldo was number one?
Yes, Ronaldo's number one. The reason why Ronaldo's number one, he set it up himself. Look there. He didn't. I mean, he just didn't stand there and watch what was happening. He's got himself into a position, into space, in between, and then bang. You know, it's not every day players can do that. Maybe you see it in the Sunday League every now and again.
Yeah.
But he's just phenomenal, isn't it? And
we love an overhead
to
kick,
be fair, what the game was about and all. Look at the biggest game.
Yeah,
you know, the biggest game he could ever do it in, Mark. I don't know what you think of it, but you know.
And it's obviously a fantastic finish.
Perfectly executed.
No,
but
without a doubt.
I would disagree. I would go with Dzeko as number
really?
one. Yeah, I just think the whole thing about it, the movement, the timing, and the technique was.
So you would have gone for Edin Dzeko's left-footed
volley.
volley?
I think that showed more. If you can show more technique than that, the both. I mean, if I had
Here
my
we go, here's another look at it.
I just think the movement and the timing and the technique to come over your shoulder and volley it like that with such pace as well. And from a player that we wouldn't expect such things. We expect it from Ronaldo, don't we?
Yeah. I've got all my students now doing overhead kicks in training. And I'm like, please keep doing them, please keep doing them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not? If they want to be exciting, that's what the game's about, being exciting. That's what Cristiano Ronaldo brings.
Yeah. Okay. Right, after the break, is this game about Real Madrid and Liverpool, or is it about Ronaldo and Mo Salah? I'm really not sure.
What is that?
I thought he was dead, Tutankhamun, but he's alive, very much alive. Yes, these some live pictures from the Olympic Stadium. Wonderful atmosphere building there in Kiev ahead of kickoff. If you've just joined us, it's all about Real Madrid and Liverpool tonight. Or is it? Or is it? I don't know, because some are billing this game as just Mo Salah against Cristiano Ronaldo, and those two being the sole matchup, if you like, in this particular match.
If you look at the stats there, Joe, it tells everything, doesn't it? You know, two wonderful players. Yeah, I mean, but Ronaldo's been there, seeing it, and he keeps doing it, and he keeps doing it season in, season out. He's done it in Spain, he's done it in the EPL. Salah's come in, he's been in the EPL. He didn't really do that at Chelsea because of probably the manager, got him playing in a different way.
Different system.
Yeah, and then he went to Rome, he went to Italy, and he was on fire, wasn't he? And then obviously Klopp seen something in him, brought him in. And
Can he be considered a great?
No,
not yet.
I don't think. Mark, I don't know what you think, but I don't think yet. Ronaldo is a great.
Right, because he's consistently done it year after year.
Yeah.
So then what about the Ballon d'Or?
I mean,
it's based, as we've had this discussion before, it's based purely, as it stands now, on goals and how many goals you score. And again...
Because you've got to remember, Salah is almost dragged Egypt to the World Cup, hasn't he?
and Liverpool.
Almost single-handed.
But so has Ronaldo. He's dragged Real Madrid to the Champions League. So... Again, it would be nice for new blood to be able to win the Ballon d'Or, you know, and shake it up a little bit. And
Are you getting a little bit sick of the Messi, Ronaldo duopoly every single year for the Ballon d'Or?
Drop someone else in there and let them win it, let's say. Eh?
So if you were to hand it out tonight, before this game, obviously, who would you give it to?
I'm going for Salah. Give it Salah, yeah. Why not?
Salah?
Yeah.
I think so. I think he deserves some recognition for what he's achieved this year. Whether it's the Ballon d'Or or whatever it is.
I mean, he's won everything in England is to be won. You know, Players Player of the Year, Writers Player of the Year, you name it, he's won it. So why not do something different? Why not throw the cat amongst the pigeons?
A cat amongst the pigeons, I like that. Iniesta never won it. Right, we've got the result of our earlier poll. And remember, the question was all about Salah and Ronaldo. Who would you pick? Who will be the main man this evening? By the way, the Sony Live app is where this is all happening, so download it. And here is the outcome. Again, Ronaldo, 64% of the vote. Now, there's one or two Liverpool fans, one of which is here in the studio, saying it's because most of the Liverpool support here is away in Kiev.
Yeah, they must have all gone to Kiev.
That's why the Salah numbers are so low. Right, let's hear from Mo Salah himself. He's obviously been an absolute star for Liverpool this season. He was talking ahead of this final.
I believe I was in Rome for 2 years. I had a great season, two seasons there. Everyone told me stay there, but it was in my mind to come to explore.
Can we have the audio on the floor, please?
To explore, but I mean to come to success back in England. So I came back and everything is fine. We play against Rome, we play against Man City. We had a good result against both teams. So even before, I mean, but against Porto also had a good results. So I'm very happy about that. I'm enjoying what we are doing too much. It's the most important thing is to stay in that level, to do what I have done next season. Also, I know it's not easy, but you know I'm not worried about that because I've done it before. You know, in the game you always give the player confidence to do what they want to do, and that's help any player in the world. Because if you feel you feel freedom, you can do whatever you want. That's help you to perform better. We like each other. We are friends. Most of us will go out for dinner together, you know, sharing our time. I mean, we are close to each other. We are friends. The most important thing for us is to help the team to score goals. Who scores doesn't matter who scores, but to win a game, to get the points, that's the most important thing for us. Because also, as you can see, I scored 10 goals in Champions League, Sadio 9, I think, Firmino 10. So all of us are the same. No one of us is selfish or anyone wants to score. No, we just try to help each other to score goals. It was in a semi-final, and they were singing my song, and I was in front of them. But you know, it's always special when I hear my song in the stadium. They won it 3 times last 4 years, so they have experience to win the Champions League. They know how to win it before. But you know, as I say, it's 1 game, it's not 2, so we just need to focus. Don't think about anything happened in the past. They won it 3 or they won it 4. No, just when you go to the game, it's 11 against 11. It means a lot. It means a lot. I don't know what to say exactly, but you know, to win the Champions League, it's something different.
Look at that, $1 million smile. Right, time for the terrible twins on the touch screen to tell me what you've been looking at. Does it involve Mo Salah?
Well, it does. It's a bit of a match-up, what we feel is going to happen today in terms of... We're looking at Real Madrid and Marcelo and his defensive abilities and qualities and what that brings to the team. And we were looking at how Liverpool can actually exploit that. And I'll tell you, as a full-back yourself... Yeah, it does boil me blood sometimes, Marcelo. You know, we look at him here, he's in a great position. Wonderful position. Then he goes chasing the ball. And I don't really know why he's going chasing the ball as a full-back. You know, we know the keeper's going to get the ball back into play from the ball boy and it's going to go... And he should know that it's a multi-ball system. Well, so he should do that, but obviously he doesn't. But the one thing that, again, as we build it forward... I mean, I look at him here. And again, they've played a really good 1-2 into there. Kimmich has got in. Yeah. Now, this area, look at the space he's got. Now, again, I'm looking at a defender. I was a central defender myself. Yeah, was you? I would be outraged that I have to come out into here to try and affect what someone else hasn't done. If Liverpool get this type of space, I'm sure they will punish Real Madrid all night. Well, if we look again, this is what Liverpool are all about. You've got 1, 2, 3, albeit it was Bayern Munich. This is going to happen on so many occasions tonight if Real Madrid aren't defensively solid. Look where Marcelo is, though. He's jogging back. He's got a bag of potatoes on his back. So we build it through again. Varane's had to go out. Keeper could have done better. So that's one part of the equation. So we look at another clip here. Again, he's great getting forward. He's in good positions there. I mean, he's in a wonderful position. He's on the edge of the box. This is where he struggles now. This is what really annoys me with the supposedly modern day fullback. The modern day fullback, yeah, get forward, but get your backside back nice and quick and get back into a... He should be racing there as quickly as he can. Like no tomorrow. He should be there. Absolutely. You know, it's a big game. He's got to be back there and then facing the play. Okay. And again, we build it up again. And we stop it again here. Again, this is going to happen tonight. If he doesn't... We've got Firmino, if you like. We've got Mane, 2v1, great position. Again, you've got one defender there, good ball in. But look who's getting back, Modric, yeah. You know, he's not a central defender. Where's your defenders? So the other side of this is how Liverpool can exploit, and we're obviously going to talk about the same guy, Mo Salah. Again, play builds up, and this is just a clearance, isn't it? Yeah. And if you look at Salah... Onto it quickly. Again, he can go either side here. He can go into here, into that space. Or as he did go, he come into here. And a great ball. The defender doesn't know what to do, stick or twist. Again, you cannot give him this type of space. Real Madrid can't give him this type of space and room tonight. And this is what he's going to do. And he's a great finish and he's electric pace. Oh, yeah, it's brilliant. You know? But it's a counter-attack again, isn't it? And if he gets 2v1 or 3v3 against a Real Madrid team, I fear for them. And again, with the last clip we'll show, this is exactly what Liverpool need to do on a regular basis.
Route 1, isn't it? It's like Route 1, isn't it?
Yeah. Trent Arnold's got possession. Possession. He's looking to play that ball just down the sides there. Again, this is Kolarov. This could easily be Marcelo. Yeah, and if he's in that position, then he's in the wrong position, and this is what's going to happen. This is where Salah wants to get into all day long. You've got the other two guys here in a goal-scoring position, and they scored a similar goal about four minutes later.
The three of them want to get forward as quickly as possible. The counter-attack is 8 to 10 seconds. Quickly, nice and effectively.
So if Real Madrid don't get their act together defensively, especially on the left-hand side,
they're in trouble.
They could be in trouble.
I can't wait to see how that plays out. Right, Real Madrid, they're on a hat-trick of consecutive victories tonight. Can they seal that hat-trick against Liverpool? Ronaldo and co. We'll find out in a short while. Hello, welcome back. Welcome. It is, lost my train of thought there for a moment. It is the UEFA Champions League final tonight. Real Madrid against Liverpool, of course, in Kiev. The players just making their way out onto the pitch, as you can see, at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev. Fabulous stadium this, and way better than when I was last there. It was still a relic of the Soviet era. That's for sure. Do you think complacency, maybe, Mark, is the biggest danger to Real Madrid tonight?
No, I don't think so. Not, especially not after the season they've had domestically. This is, the big one for them this year. This is the one that will take the pressure off Zidane, if he's under any pressure at all. And again, and I think he's just coming into a little bit of form.
I think also, sorry Joe, I think also they rotate very well, the front three. Isco, Ronaldo and Benzema. They'll rotate, they'll pull...
Yeah, they're not fixed, are they?
No, they'll pull defenders out where they don't want to go, and runners will go in beyond, like Madrid and Cruz will go in and beyond. So, you know, it's free-flowing. It's a free-flowing attack.
And Casemiro, do you think Casemiro will be that one tasked, Mark, with covering when Marcelo runs forward? Or will it be Cruz because he's on that side?
No, he'll be sitting, he'll be deeper than Cruz and Modric, and he'll be the one to hopefully plug the gaps if Marcelo goes missing, or the right back goes up. He's the one that's going to cover into them areas. The big thing for me, if you look at the team and look at the bench, Real Madrid's bench, they've got an awful lot of firepower on there.
Yeah, you know? Phenomenal it is. Right, we've got the answer to our earlier poll. This was about Real Madrid's playing 11 and Benzema or Bale. How do you feel about all of that? And here is the answer. Again, I'm a little bit surprised by some of this. 38% of you are happy. Interesting. 33% of you sad. And 29% of you angry. I'm being tested on my emoji understanding, by the way, tonight. And so many of you, thousands of you who have sent in messages as well. Great, thank you very much. We're glad you're enjoying it. Remember the Sony Live app, and you can also watch the game as well. Quite a few of you there. You can also watch the game on the Sony Live app tonight. You can stream that as well. Right. Coming up after the break, can Liverpool repeat what they did in 2005? Will that spirit of Istanbul come through?